everybody, and welcome to Avon High School, the site of tonight's Section 5 football matchup. It should be a good one. Avon taking on rival Geneseo Mount Morris in a Class D battle between two of the top teams in the classification, fighting for Class D supremacy here this evening at Avon. My name is Alex Brasky alongside Ajay Cybulski, ready to take you through tonight's action on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Before we get too deep into tonight's broadcast, we'd like to first thank our sponsors, beginning with Geneseo Community College. Are you looking to kickstart your career in health and physical education? Look no further than GCC. Whether you dream of teaching, coaching, personal training, or sports management, GCC has the programs to prepare you for jobs that are in high demand. Visit geneseo.edu/physed. We pause for a moment for the national anthem. Beautiful sunset here at Avon. The River Hawks getting set to take on the Geneseo Mount Morris Blue Devils. We'd also like to thank Summit Family Dental Care, where their dentists and staff are committed to giving you the best dental experience that Warsaw has to offer. Like any trusting relationship, their care begins with getting to know each other. Also, offices in Geneseo. Summit Family Dental Care's highest priority is providing the quality dental services you deserve in a comfortable, convenient atmosphere. Call their Warsaw location at 786-3676 and their Geneseo location at 585-243-5588, or visit them online at summitfamilydentalcare.com. Also, we told you about GCC. We'd also like to thank Zoom Total Fitness, fitness for all levels, personal training, cross-training, bodybuilding, powerlifting, and yoga. 24/7 access with only $35 per month in membership fees. New equipment in a super clean facility, training classes, infrared sauna, and more. 585-861-8995. Also, Crazy Cheap Cars, the ultimate in price and selection. Find your next vehicle at crazycheapcars.com, where they carry the largest selection of over 150 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs of any dealer in the Genesee region. At Crazy Cheap Cars, they need your trade-in and will pay top dollar for your trade. So give them a call at 585-948-8000, or better yet, they'll see you right here. Also, Artwork Personnel. Are you looking to build a winning team? No, I'm sorry. This is Monroe Industries. We're going to get you Artwork Personnel back on the screen. Looking to build a winning team? Partner with us for top-tier talent solutions. At Artwork Personnel, their staffing experts are dedicated to finding the perfect candidates who fit your company's needs and culture. Our At-Work Personnel, is located in Avon, Batavia, and Rochester. At-Work Personnel, empowering your success with exceptional talent. That is At-Work Personnel, Avon, Batavia, and Rochester, empowering your success with exceptional talent. Also, Monroe Industries, Artist-owned custom kitchen and bath by Monroe Industries, grout-free and low-maintenance showing, engineered composite for the most luxurious showers and baths, and quartz, granite, silestone, decked-in, soapstone, and other solid surfaces for your dream kitchen. By appointment only, call or text 585-226-8230. So the opening kickoff goes to Geneseo, and they'll take it from their own 25-yard line. So once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Geneseo Community College, our scoreboard sponsor for tonight, also Summit Family Dental Care, Zoom Total Fitness, Crazy Cheap Cars, At Work Personnel, and Monroe Industries. So AJ, we get set to go here. 1st and 10 for Geneseo Mount Morris from their own 25-yard line. And they will go out of the shotgun. It's going to be Reese Burns, the quarterback, looking to throw the lefty, and it's complete, but he's drilled. Is his intended target Avery Hepler, I believe. Did you get a number on that, AJ?
I know the Avon defender who made the play was Bladen Borshing that laid the boom there, but unsure of who made the reception for Geneseo Mount Morris on that play.
I want to say it was Hepler, number 10. I think I saw a 0 in there somewhere. But nonetheless, a reception for Geneseo and a 2nd and 2 coming up for the Blue Devils. But bursting into the backfield to make the tackle is Avon's Borshing, and what a start to this game for Borshing. AJ, what do you see from this matchup on paper?
Yeah, I think both teams have – sorry, my mic was down if you couldn't hear me there. I think both teams have played well up to this point. Like you said, Geneseo Mount Morris 4-1 and Avon 5-0. So Geneseo Mount Morris wins over Westmoreland, Notre Dame Byron Bergen, Attica York Pavilion, and a 38-0 loss to Alexander last week. And then Avon has knocked off Livonia, York Pavilion, OAE, Alexander, and Notre Dame Byron Bergen. So two of the best teams in Class D here tonight.
5-0 Avon, 4-1 Geneseo Mount Morris. Should be a good one. And what a throw, what a catch. Burns connects with his man. This time it's Tyler Churchfield, and that's going to move the stick. So Burns throwing on the run, a completion down the field. And that's going to be a first down. And upon second look, AJ, I want to say that first reception did indeed go to Hepler with the sleeves here on the near side, inside on the 3 receivers as the handoff, and a tackle for loss. Brady Driscoll into the backfield for Avon, and a big play for the Riverhawks defense.
Yeah, Riverhawks defensively right now flying around all over the place. But like you mentioned, Geneseo Mount Morris finding some success in the air, so we'll see if they continue to go back to the quarterback Burns, who's looked really well here so far. I thought that throw on the run was a nice little throwback roll-out action, so we'll see what the Blue Devils do here on 2nd and 13. Kind of a not an ideal spot, to say the least.
So Burns out of the shotgun now on 2nd and 13, and it looked like Avon jumped early. Borshing, the ever-aggressive Borshing, jumps early, and that's going to be offside on the defense. Heady play from Geneseo Mount Morris. This Avon defense playing like its hair is on fire, jumping the snap count, really great pursuit, and you take advantage of that aggressiveness by working the hard count, and they get the Riverhawks to jump.
Yeah, obvious passing down there, 2nd and 13. They were bringing some pressure up the gut, and the Blue Devils found an answer and got a free 5 yards on 2nd down to make it 2nd and 8, which is a more manageable position there.
Head coach Ryan Kramer for Geneseo Mount Morris has done a nice job with this group. Didn't win a single game last year, AJ, and now they're 4-1 to start the season. That tells you how great of a job he's done leading this program.
Yeah, I think Coach Kramer's done a great job with this team, and turning around a program, especially in Class D, is tough. And you go from not winning any games to being in this position at the top of Class D. It's a good job by him and the culture that they've built over there.
And on the other side of things, Coach Andy Englert, boy, he's been around forever. Sectional championships in classes C and D, I believe. And once again, his team a championship contender. As Burns back to throw. Under pressure, gets rid of it, has his man, and once again lit up. This time it's Luke Davis. And in on the tackle, I know you'll be shocked, it's Bladen Borshing. Just flying around the field. And it's going to bring up 4th down, but there was a flag on the play. And it's a late hit called against the River Hawks. So that's going to be a 1st down for Geneseo Mount Morris. Some undisciplined play from Avon really costing them. That would have been a 4th down coming up for Geneseo Mount Morris. Instead, the sticks move and now approaching. No, they're inside Avon territory. Ball at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, we've done enough games here, Alex, up to this point, and I've been intertwined here for now 5 weeks, and penalties have cost some teams in games, and not a good start for the Riverhawks defensively, so you got to shore those things up because you're probably off the field there. You force a punt early, and now you got to count on your defense once again.
1st and 10. Handoff, and it's blown up. As Bryce Patterson was in there taking the snap, he gave it to Aiden Bark, and he was brought down before he really could even get his hands on it.
Yeah, he was really the offensive line for Geneseo Mount Morris there was kind of dominated at the point of attack. Avon kind of stormed the ball carrier Bark, and I think he was barking before the ball was even in his hands there with the way that Avon was approaching him defensively there.
Yeah, Avon's offensive line needed a little more bite on that play. So 2nd and 14 coming up. Looks like we have a timeout on the field. Once again, thank you for joining us on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Alex Brasky, Ajay Cybulski taking you through tonight's action between Avon and Geneseo Mount Morris. 2 Titans in Class D. Neighbors here in Livingston County. Rivals on the field. 2nd and 14. Looking to throw was Patterson, and it's complete to Hepler along the sideline. That's going to be about a 10-yard gain. We'll call it an 8-yard gain. And they're moving back still. So 3rd and 8 coming up as Patterson in there at the quarterback position the past couple of plays. Now Burns coming back on. Hepler is limping after that reception. Look at him, AJ can barely make it out to his position.
Yeah, I think he might need to take a break here. He looks a little
gimpy
injured there at the top of the screen. Gimpy, great word. Yeah, definitely a little bit gimpy there for Hepler.
So here's Burns now out of the shotgun. Back in at quarterback, and looks like we're going to have a delay of game call. Coach Kramer not happy, wondering why the snap was not made on time. And after the big play through the passing game, medial gain through the passing game, it's now a 3rd and 13. Critical mistake.
Yeah, it's tough right now for Geneseo Mount Morris offensively. I feel like the offensive line is getting dominated in a sense, so they're trying to move that pocket and get, Burns or Patterson, whoever the quarterback is on a given play in space, and kind of maneuver that pocket around.
Burns looking for his man, has Patterson over the middle, really doing it all here tonight. First one there for Avon was Robert Bridges Jr. He helps make the tackle. It's going to bring up 4th and long for Geneseo Mount Morris. Decision time for Coach Kramer, and it looks like they're sending the punting unit onto the field.
Yeah, great stop there for Avon after a couple penalties on the defensive end, some undisciplined plays there, and they recollect themselves and get the stop, and now you get the ball to your offense about halfway through this opening quarter.
So back to punt it away is Geneseo Mount Morris, as it's Patrick Hanglow bombing it deep down the right side. Well-sized punter, AJ Hanglow, 5'9", 255. And he put all of that 255 into that kick. A nice directional kick as well. Didn't allow the return. So Avon's drive is going to start at their own 17-yard line.
Yeah, that's really all you can ask for at that spot for your punter. And great placement, like you said, directional, toward the sideline. did not allow for a return for the River Hawks, and we'll see what Colin Dulgas can do on the offensive end. Last week had 4 carries for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns against Notre Dame.
Efficient day.
Efficient, yeah. So over 80 yards per carry there.
Snap. Dulgas able to handle it, but the Geneseo Mount Morris defense is all over it. Swarming in there is Quinn Granger along with a host of others. I think the first one there was Preston Granger. So the Grangers getting it done. This time it's Dulgas. The option play on the perimeter, and boy, he held on to that for a long time. The flag flies. We'll see what the call is here.
I would bet it's going to be a hold after the extra effort from Dulgas on the sideline. Someone's alarm's going off in the parking lot.
Hopefully it's not yours, AJ. I gave you your keys back, right?
Yeah, it's in my bag. My keys are secured in my bag, so hopefully there's no one, nothing hiding in there.
So here's the call from the official. Illegal forward pass, as the pitch was in front of Dulgas per the official, and that is going to be a loss of down as well. So 3rd and 11 coming up for the Riverhawks. Officiating crew doing a really nice job in the early going, AJ.
Yeah, very efficient, well refereed.
Well signaled and making sure everyone's aware of the call. Quick discussions. Back to play. 3rd and 11. Dulgas rolling out. It's intercepted! He threw it right to Aiden Bark, who caught it with his knee down. And the whistle blows, but Geneseo Mount Morris is going to take over possession. Bark with the takeaway. He brought the bite on that one, AJ.
Yeah, he was great play, great read. Dulgas a little bit off on the throw, and again, a great play by Bark to read that. His knee just touched the turf, so unfortunate. He could have potentially returned that to the house and been a huge momentum shift in this opening quarter for Geneseo Mount Morris after a 38-0 defeat, kind of getting that offense some points on the board early here against one of the best teams in Class D in New York State. So great play by Bark, but just unfortunate that the knee just touched the turf there.
And Dulgas alone in the backfield. Rolling to his left, throwing across his body, just wide of his intended target and right into the hands of Bark. So here's Burns awaiting the snap, following the turnover. Handoff. And stacking him up is Wesley Farley. It was Patterson on the run and Farley on the tackle. Farley, not the most well-sized player, standing 5'5", 150 pounds, but he plays about 6'5", 250.
Yeah, he shot through that gap there, and you saw the intensity. He finished the tackle, gave a nice flex to the crowd, so definitely some high intensity. That's what you want to bring defensively in these big matchups. You got to set the tone. When you tackle, you want to tackle physically, and you got to get that energy up, and that's exactly what the Riverhawks are doing right now.
Here's the 2nd and 11 coming for Geneseo Mount Morris. I think they got to stick to the passing game, AJ. That's been their most successful element on offense. Burns looking to throw, going deep. He overshot his intended target. Tyler Churchfield incomplete. And on the coverage was Avon's Jordan Murray.
Yeah, great coverage there from Murray. Got his head turned around, stayed with his receiver right on his hip, and just did a really good job there.
Be sure to like this broadcast on YouTube, share it with your friends, subscribe to the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. And the Geneseo Community College scoreboard, time ticking away in the first quarter, 3rd and 11 for Geneseo Mount Morris. Burns going deep again, he's got his man! And it's dropped. Looked like Murray got a hand in there as well. Burns dropped it in the bucket to Churchfield. But Murray able to impact the throw, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that was another. I mean, what a great throw there from Burns in the pocket.
He's got a cannon.
Yeah, cannon of an arm and the lefty. You know, we're not used to seeing many lefties, so it's pretty cool to get a lefty out here. But yeah, he's playing really well here so far. They're having success in the air, like you said, and they were inches away from a touchdown here at Avon High School.
Snap, Burns rolling to his left, looking to throw. He has his man. It's not going to be enough for the first down. The run is, though, as Patterson pushing through defenders, past the chains. It moves the sticks. Fresh out of downs coming up for Geneseo Mount Morris.
And that was just over pursuit from the Avon defender. If he maintained his spot on the field and allowed the player to make the catch and then go for the tackle, it would have been a fourth down stop for the River Hawks. But unfortunately, he over pursues, runs past the Geneseo Mount Morris receiver, and it winds up a first down, a 4th and 11 conversion here early on. Some big plays right now from this Blue Devils offense.
Patterson would not be denied on that one. Burns, 2 men split him in the backfield. He hands it to one of them, knifing through the line of scrimmage and brought down after a gain of 4 is Geneseo Mount Morris's Patterson. So
Yep.
Patterson, the Swiss Army knife.
If the Blue Devils can get that run game going, Alex, because you're seeing the passing game work right now, and that might open things up in the trenches for them offensively. That's something that would really help this team not only allow the Avon offense, the explosive Avon offense, to stay off the field, but it takes time off the clock and gives you some rhythm offensively. So this is a good start for the Blue Devils, and all they can really ask for.
2nd and 6. Burns back to throw off his back foot. Broken up. Murray is playing his tail off in the secondary.
Yeah, Murray's all over the place. 6'4", 165-pound senior, wide receiver, running back, defensive back, does it all for the River Hawks here. That's what he's listed as on the roster. So Murray getting tested early, but he has been able to have success in every challenge he's been faced with so far here.
Tell you what, Burns does not shy away from those throws into coverage. That one into double coverage, and he was fortunate not to turn it over. Burns looking to throw to his right into the end zone. He's got a man. It was Hepler off his hand. A bit of an overthrow there from Burns as Hepler couldn't make the catch. Outstretched left arm, incomplete. And it's going to be 4th and 6 now coming up for Geneseo Mount Morris.
Yeah, I thought Hepler could have came down with that. A little out of reach. But again, another good throw. Burns showing trust in his receivers, his playmakers here early, and they just have to win a little bit more. It's been very close for Geneseo Mount Morris. So if they can hit on one here, another 4th and 6. They just converted a 4th and 11. This would be, again, a huge momentum swing for a team that is really looking for some points offensively after being held scoreless in Week 5.
4th and 6. Geneseo Mount Morris looking for another conversion to keep the drive alive, and they'll call timeout. So critical play here for the Blue Devils. That will allow us to thank our sponsors, beginning with Summit Family Dental Care, where their dentists and staff are committed to giving you the best dental experience that Warsaw and Geneseo have to offer. Like any trusting relationship, their care begins with getting to know each other. Also, Genesee Community College, our scoreboard sponsor. Are you looking to kickstart your career in health and physical education? Look no further than GCC. Whether you dream of careers in teaching, coaching, personal training, or sports management, GCC has the programs to prepare you for jobs that are in high demand. Take advantage of a high-quality curriculum, excellent faculty, experiential learning, and great facilities. Zoom Total Fitness, fitness for all levels, personal training, cross-training, bodybuilding, powerlifting, yoga, 24/7 access with only $35 per month in membership fees, new equipment in a super clean facility, training classes, infrared sauna, and more. So here we go, 4th and 6, and the wide receiver slipped on the play. It was Hepler losing his footing, incomplete. Turnover on downs, Avon's going to take over. We'd also like to thank Crazy Cheap Cars. At Crazy Cheap Cars, Oh, as I almost took the camera with me, they are the ultimate in price and selection. Find your next vehicle at crazycheapcars.com, where they carry the largest selection of over 150 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, the most of any dealer in the Geneseo region. So Avon taking over here, and the ball comes out. Dolgus able to pick it up, and now he's on the run. Dolgus evading defenders near the sideline, out of bounds at the 20. Made something out of nothing, a gain of 6 or 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3 now coming up for Avon. We'd also like to thank At Work Personnel. Are you looking to build a winning team? Partner with At Work Personnel for top-tier talent solutions. Their staffing experts are dedicated to finding the perfect candidates who fit your company's needs and culture. Also, we'd like to thank Monroe Industries, Artistone Custom Kitchen and Bath by Monroe Industries. Grout-free and low maintenance, showing engineered composite for the most luxurious showers and baths, and quartz granite, silestone, Decton, soapstone, and other solid surfaces for your dream kitchen. That is Monroe Industries. Avon on the move now as they move the sticks, and another first down across the 35-yard line, nearing the 40-yard line. This is just what the doctor ordered for the Riverhawks.
Yeah, Dolgus, I mean, they survived that lucky fumble to start the drive, and he made something out of nothing, like you said. So Avon now on the move in a rhythm here, and after a tough start, the interception on the first drive, the Riverhawks looking to capitalize here on their second offensive drive of the game.
1st and 10 coming up for Avon. Dolgus takes the snap, hands it to Farley out of the backfield like a bolt of lightning nearing midfield. Still on his feet, refusing to go down is Farley. And another first down. 3 plays, 3 first downs for Avon. They're closing in on enemy territory.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the first we've seen of Farley as a runner, but that was definitely a great start for him. Nice 11-yard gain, 11-yard chunk on first down to move the change, and now you're nearing Blue Devils territory.
Avon on the move. 1st and 10. Dolgus alone in the backfield. Takes the snap. Knifing through the line. Now to the outside. There goes Dolgus. Another first down for the Riverhawks. But a flag behind the play. Looks like it might come back due to holding. Looks like Geneseo Mount Morris wants the block in the back. And they do get it. So a block in the back called against the Riverhawks. That's going to set them back. Just as their drive was gaining plenty of momentum, it's now going to be a 1st and 17. Dolgus hands it to Farley, running wide, stretching the edge, cutting it upfield. Big gain for Farley. Geneseo Mount Morris wanted a flag once again. They don't get it, however. Coach Kramer's incensed on the far sideline. And a late flag. This is going to be a sideline warning on Geneseo Mount Morris.
You see Alex Avon after that interception on their first drive. Excuse me, on its first drive. Trying to fix that so when I write, I also can correct it when I do it. But here's the call from the official before I give my
sideline warning.
Sideline warning. So I think this Avon team realized, let's just run the ball and see if they can stop us, and they're doing exactly that right now.
Geneseo Mount Morris struggling to provide resistance on this drive. Avon now inside the 35-yard line. Ball at the 33 following the big gain from Farley. Dolgus out of the shotgun. Farley beside him. Snap. Dolgus keeps it. Into the backfield. First one there was Aiden Bark. It's going to be a tackle for loss for the Geneseo Mount Morris defense. Big play for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that stops the momentum there that the Riverhawks were getting offensively up front in the run game, and Geneseo Mount Morris responding here now that Avon has moved into their territory. big two plays here for Geneseo Mount Morris. Like I said, I think they really started this game quite well, given how Avon has dominated teams in Class D this year.
Aiden Bark all over the place on the defensive side of the ball, but here goes Avon. Bladen Borshing doing it all for the River Hawks, who are now inside the red zone. Borshing brought down at the 11-yard line. First down for Avon. They are nearing pay dirt.
Yeah, Borshing, they got that key block on the outside. As much as that was Borshing's speed, it was a great block on the outside by the Avon receiver that was up top at the top of your screen, and that allowed Borshing to get upfield.
Yeah, Manuel Calderon Diaz, or excuse me, Bryce Ballou over there making the block. And once again, clearing the way for Kelman Dulgas, who runs it into the end zone for the touchdown. Riverhawks lead it. It's 6-0. So once again, Ballou helping clear the way on the right side, and Dulgas into the end zone for the score. A decisive drive for the Riverhawks. Ends in 6.
Yeah, Dulgas is so fluid with the ball as a runner. You can just see his explosiveness and fluidity. He just looks like a natural runner and can play the quarterback position. And when you have a guy that can move like he can at the quarterback position, it just makes it such a hard task for a defense week in, week out.
Ballou on for the PAT, and he puts it through. 7-0 Riverhawks. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Summit Family Dental Care, where their dentists and staff are committed to giving you the best dental experience that Warsaw and Geneseo have to offer. Also, Geneseo Community College. Are you looking to kickstart your career in health and physical education? Look no further than GCC. Also, Zoom Total Fitness. Fitness for all levels. Personal training, cross-training, bodybuilding, powerlifting, and yoga. Also, Crazy Cheap Cars. The ultimate in price and selection. Find your next vehicle at crazycheapcars.com. Also, At Work Personnel. Are you looking to build a winning team? Partner with At Work Personnel for top-tier talent solutions. Their staffing experts are dedicated to finding the perfect candidates who fit your company's needs and culture. Also, Artist-owned custom kitchen and bath by Monroe Industries. Grout-free and low maintenance. That's Artist-owned custom kitchen and bath by Monroe. The touchdown, the Blue Devils set to return it. And here comes Geneseo Mount Morris. I believe that was Patterson in there on the pile of bodies, and it was, taking it across the 30 to the 33-yard line. 52 seconds remain in this first quarter. Geneseo Mount Morris looking to break their seal here and respond to the Avon touchdown.
Yeah, it's a huge drive here for Geneseo Mount Morris after allowing that touchdown drive from the River Hawks. We'll see what Burns and co can do. I know Patterson's been heavily involved, like we've seen a couple of targets to Hepler early on in this game, so we'll see how Geneseo Mount Morris wants to attack. Will they try to run the ball or will they try and pass here on first down? I'm interested to see the play call here to start this drive.
Big man up front doing good work here for both teams. Burns, handoff. Not much there. Gain of 1 on the play as Farley helped lead the charge. Borshing in there as well. Also, Connor Smith helping to make the tackle for the Avon defense. So the big men up front for Avon, you have Smith, you have Ryan Davis, you have Brady Driscoll, and you have Travis Holliday, really dominating the line of scrimmage lately for Avon. Burns going deep. He overshot his man. It was Churchfield down the field, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, if Churchfield got his head turned around fast enough there, I think there was some potential for that to be a big play for Geneseo Mount Morris, but falls incomplete. You try to track the ball, and that's just a tough ask for a receiver there to turn his head around and find the ball in the air and track it. It's a tough play.
Yeah, it was reminiscent of the missed connection between Josh Allen and Mac Hollins in the Bills' tragic defeat at the hands of the Houston Texans. as Hollins failed to track that ball. That one a little bit tougher for the intended target than it was for Hollins. Burns now rolling out to his left, looking to throw again across his body. Up top to Hepler. Out of his reach, incomplete. 4th and 8. And that's going to do it for the first quarter of action. So 4th and 8 coming up, or 4th and 9, coming up for Geneseo Mount Morris, as they will likely punt it away once again. This Avon defense dominant in the early going. Here at Avon, as always, this is a rivalry matchup between two neighbors, but no love lost when they get together on the football field. Just a reminder, coming up next week, a lot of football action on tap for you on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Thursday, Alexander taking on Oakfield, Alabama, Elba in another high-profile Class D matchup. Some Thursday night football, AJ, on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Friday, it will be Letchworth Perry Warsaw taking on Livonia. AJ will be on the call for that one. And then Saturday, Attica taking on Avon, another Class D matchup. That will likely be myself on the call for that one. Snap, kick, and another high-arching directional kick from Pat Hanglow. He's done a really nice job, AJ, flipping the field for the Geneseo Mount Morris special teams crew.
Yeah, good job from Hanglow in this game so far. 2 opportunities to punt the ball away, and you don't allow a return. So special teams doing well here for the Blue Devils in this opening half.
So excited for next week, especially for that Alexander Oakfield Alabama Elba game. That should be a good one. And that could determine seeding in the upcoming sectional tournament. 2 weeks remaining after this one in the regular season, so sectional time is nearly upon us, AJ. Farley off the right side into the secondary. And the ball comes out. Geneseo Mount Morris believes they have it. Flag flies. The Blue Devils take over. We'll have to sort out the penalty, but it appears as if Geneseo Mount Morris is going to take over possession near midfield. What'd you see there, AJ?
I saw a great run by Farley, and again, a great play also by the Blue Devils defense to pop that ball out and pounce on it. Awareness by the defense there to see that ball on the ground and get on top of it. That is exactly what you want from a defense. Although it was a big play from Farley on the ground, look at that. That Geneseo Mount Morris sideline is pumped up right now after this turn of events here, and they get great field position. So huge play by GMM, Geneseo Mount Morris.
Personal foul. Somebody has been ejected. And it's Avon's number 66, Kellen Schneider, has been kicked out of the game.
I don't think I've ever seen.
Oh, it's happened before.
You've seen it. Are they allowed to? Do they have to stay? How does that work? Are you sure how that? I mean, he's obviously out of the game. Does he get to hang around?
I think
on the sideline,
typically he's allowed to stay on the
Okay.
sideline. I don't think it's like
The NFL.
Yeah. So a discussion going on between the official who threw the flag and Avon head coach Andy Englert as Schneider has been kicked out of the game following the turnover. Geneseo Mount Morris's defense keeping their team in the game with these takeaways.
Yeah, and with how Avon's been dominating at the offensive line and defensive line, I mean, that's losing Schneider, 6'1", 245, a junior player on this team, a key piece. I mean, that's a loss for this Avon team for sure.
And as an official, I'm not going to call it good officiating because honestly I didn't see what happened, so I can't give my opinion one way or the other. But sometimes as an official with an ejection like that during a circumstance this early in the game and during a situation that nothing seemed to stand out from far away, you're trying to nip it in the bud. A rivalry matchup here, a highly intense contest. Trying not to let the emotions get out of hand, and the ball comes out for Geneseo Mount Morris. Who's got this one? A scramble for it near the 38-yard line. Connor Smith pointing in the direction of the Riverhawks, but no. Geneseo Mount Morris retains possession, or maintains possession. And it's now going to be 2nd and 13, but as I was saying before, AJ, as an official, sometimes you see that and you just want to quell any potential disruption that may be brewing.
Yeah, and it looked like it happened because, again, I didn't see it either clearly, but it looked like it happened on the recovery, something at the bottom of the pile.
Certainly.
So that's, I think, where it stemmed from. So you're right. I mean, if a ref does feel like there was something that is of that magnitude, I think it's the right thing to get it going early and set the tone.
Burns knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Ball batted out of the air by Connor Smith. Big pass breakup.
If you're not winning with a pass rush, they teach the defensive linemen to get their hands up, and that's exactly what Smith did there. And, that's something you see from Bill's defensive lineman, A.J. Epinesa, quite a bit because I think he does struggle to win at points. So he gets his hands up and makes a play on the ball, and you see Smith, again, utilize those big hands and get the ball in the air, and that almost could have been an interception. So that can also lead to a turnover. 3rd and long now for the Blue Devils.
3rd and long. Coming up for Geneseo Mount Morris. Burns going deep down the middle of the field, and he's got his man. It's Churchfield. A long throw and catch, a 35-yard gain. And Churchfield is brought down at the 2. Geneseo Mount Morris knocking on the door looking for the tie.
Yeah, they've been trying that all game, Alex. We've seen it in the first drive. They just missed, and finally Burns fires an absolute strike to Churchfield. They missed very closely on one of the opening possessions of this game, but here now, I mean, this is a big turn of events here. You get the fumble, you get the ball back offensively, and like you said, knocking on the door here from about the 2-yard line, 1st and goal.
Big play for this Geneseo Mount Morris offense who's been looking for one all game long. Patterson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to run, met in the backfield, pushing toward the line of scrimmage, able to gain the line of scrimmage, but not much more. It's going to be 2nd and goal coming up for the Blue Devils. I like the approach from Geneseo Mount Morris in this game. You know you're probably not going to be able to wear down this Avon defense, and they've been looking for the big play all game, and like I said, finally able to find one there.
Yeah, and they're still keeping Avon honest, right? They've still ran the ball. There's still been a little bit of a balance, but the success has come through the air, and that's why they're at where they're at right now.
Patterson, man in motion. And the ball comes out. Avon takes over. A big miscue for Geneseo Mount Morris. And the Riverhawks, no, it's an incomplete pass. It's an incomplete pass ruled by the official. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. I think that's a bad call, AJ. I think that was a backward pass. Instead, it's going to be incomplete. And Geneseo Mount Morris is going to maintain possession. We don't have a great angle, but what was your perspective on that play?
Yeah, that was a read option. I think, was it Patterson with the ball there? I think he did a little bit too much. He tried to make the heroic play.
Looked like Will Levis out there.
Yeah, he should have just taken the sack, get the yardage, and that was definitely, from my perspective, my vantage point, a backward pass. So the Blue Devils escaped disaster in the 2nd quarter.
Burns back in. And it's intercepted! Picked off in the end zone. Avon's Elijah Rex with the takeaway and the touchback. The Riverhawks take back over.
Ball doesn't lie. You know what they say.
My, oh my, Geneseo Mount Morris, the big play, and it looked like they were dying to give it away inside the 5-yard line. As they're unable to punch it in, that's about as good of an opportunity as Geneseo Mount Morris is going to get all night.
Yep, and Dustin Morgan there for Avon with a great play. Junior, 5'7", 145. No. Sorry, Elijah Rex. My apologies. Elijah Rex with a great play, the sophomore, 5'5". Great play in the end zone.
Farley 2-yard gain. Boy, this Geneseo Mount Morris team's got to be deflated after that. This is going to test their mettle, though. Can they get the stop that they need to keep themselves in this game and stop things from spiraling out of control? Farley in the middle, and he stopped short. Quinn Granger doing good work on the interior along with Jason Kingston as they combine to make the tackle. The Geneseo Mount Morris front, as those two are accompanied by Ethan Hunn and also Preston Granger. Starting to stand tall here, 3rd and 6 for the Riverhawks. Geneseo Mount Morris needs to stop. I think you'll see Dalgas on the run, and yes, Dalgas running wide to the left, looking for the edge. He finds it. 1st down and more for the Riverhawks.
I like the sound effect there for the 1st down. Pretty cool stuff.
It's like at the Carolina Panthers Stadium. Can't remember what it's called. They do the old Panther growl. Dalgas on the run at the middle. Boy, he gets going quickly. 1st down for the Riverhawks. Across midfield. Ball at the 47-yard line. Dalgas helping Avon on the move here.
Yeah, Dalgas also does a great job. When he knows he gets his yardage and what he wants, just, steps out of bounds nice and easily and avoids any contact. So Dalgas does a good job not only of running but avoiding contact. It's such an important position, the quarterback position. So huge for them after they lost, Evan Bly early in the season, and Dalgas has stepped right in and been a good player.
Throw out to Elijah Rex, who had the takeaway, and now a big play in the passing game. Rex, the reception for a big gain inside the 30. Snap, handoff, Farley up the middle. Nice tackle made by Edward LaFleur. And an injury on the field. It's a Geneseo Mount Morris player. Big number 75, Jason Kingston, will make his way off the field. An upper body injury, it appears, as Hanglow comes on to replace him. 2nd down coming up for Avon, 6 yards to go to the line to gain.
Yeah, Farley's been running hard all game, but LaFleur steps right up, and great tackle, a great pursuit for the Blue Devils' run defense.
There goes Farley. Touchdown, Riverhawks. Avon increases its lead. It's 13-0. Huge hole created by the Avon offensive line. You have big number 62, Ryan Davis. 52, Travis Holliday. 76, Noah Bohr. Connor Smith up there as well. Brady Driscoll. A host of names getting it done in the trenches, and they open the door for Farley. He takes it for the touchdown. Here's the point after. Ballou up and through. It's 14-0.
My alma mater, Brockport, this is their touchdown song, so a little nostalgic here at Avon High School.
Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Geneseo Community College, our scoreboard sponsor, also Summit Family Dental Care, also Zoom Total Fitness, Crazy Cheap Cars, At Work Personnel, Artistone by Monroe Industries. And then if you want to get involved on one of our streams or other programs here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network, contact Bridget Cassidy or Jamie Katermas, our media and digital consultants, part of the Sampled News Group. So 14-0 Avon. Geneseo Mount Morris has done a nice job in this first half, AJ. I think if you asked them before that last Avon offensive drive, and obviously before the turnover, if you asked them if they liked where they were trailing 7-0 late in the first half, I think they would have told you yes, going against this high-powered Avon attack, but a turnover, a touchdown, and now down 2 possessions. And if they don't get something going here, you're staring at a 21-0 deficit entering halftime. Because quite honestly, I'm not sure Geneseo Mount Morris can stop Avon if it's not for a turnover the way that Dolgus is running the football.
Yeah, Burns and Churchfield connected for that 30, 40-yard bomb. Gets down to the 2-yard line and just poor execution in the red zone there for the Blue Devils. I'm sure Coach Kramer and the offense wants that back. And the only thing you can do now is turn the page and focus on this drive. You've had success in the air. The run game's been pretty stagnant so far, but you've been finding Churchfield, again, like Hepler has been targeted, Bryce Patterson. So this Geneseo Mount Morris offense needs to find some ways to now finish these drives while they've had some success with yardage.
Once again, thank you for joining us on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. As the ball comes out, Burns able to recover it. Be sure to hit the like button on YouTube. That really helps us. Also, subscribe to the Batavia Daily News Sports Network on YouTube. And also share this stream with your friends. It's been a good game so far. Geneseo Mount Morris in need of a offensive explosion, but they've been hanging in there. There's obviously no betting lines in high school football, but if you were to have set a line before this one, you would have favored Avon by a wide margin, and Geneseo Mount Morris, down 14 right now with the ball, has a chance to really go into halftime with a head full of confidence. Churchfield, a gain of about 5 on 2nd and long. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12 coming up for Geneseo Mount Morris. But what a great job by Avon, really weathering the storm early in the game. They've turned the ball over, but it's just inevitable what they do offensively with Dolgus and Farley. And this offensive line in front of them just moving bodies and creating gaping holes at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Avon's rushing attack is one of the best in Class D in the state.
I think it's the best in the state, okay. I was going to say in Section 5, I think no doubt it's the best. Would you agree with that?
Yes,
yeah,
I would.
Burns low, snap, and he is sacked. Bladen Borshing, AJ. It's one of my favorite names to say and becoming one of my favorite players with the energy he plays with. 5'7", 145. Those are my dimensions in high school. I played about with a quarter of the effectiveness that Borshing plays with, though.
Yeah, Bladen Borshing is flying around. 2 big plays. Laid the boom to set the tone on the first drive of the game for Geneseo Mount Morris when they had the ball to start, and now continuing adds a sack to his resume on this beautiful Friday night.
Hang low. Not as good as his first 2 punts. Doesn't reach the line to gain as it's touched down at the 42, 43-yard line, and that's where Avon will take over, looking to put the hammer down here in this first half. 5:56 remaining in the half. It's 14-0 River Hawks. Drive will start at the Geneseo Mount Morris 48. Beautiful night here at Avon. This is football weather, folks. A slight chill in the air, a slight breeze, no precipitation, and a great crowd.
This is great, like apple pie, apple crisp. Pick some apples. I'm going to pick some apples this weekend. I mean, it's just fall is the best season, and I'll stand by that, in my opinion.
I'm a big summer guy, AJ. I can't lie. Dolgus through the line. Did you say you're picking apples this weekend?
Picking apples.
Great couples activity. You and Sarah going out
yes.
And enjoying the weekend, your birthday weekend. Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of been rushed through this week. That's what kind of happens with a Thursday birthday sometimes. But good to hear that you're going to be able to enjoy it this weekend. Any wings on the docket?
No
I'm
wings.
sure they're. Oh, I was
No
going to
wings.
say, I'm sure they're going to be great if you did.
We're doing some homemade smash burgers and
Wow.
some homemade fries.
Okay.
So we're going to, dip them in the ice water and do that.
You're
Cut
really
some
going
potatoes.
hard. I like it. Dolgus escapes the tackle in the backfield, and this is going to be a first down. An injured Geneseo Mount Morris player behind the play, able to regain his footing. It was Quinn Granger, who's done a nice job in this game, able to get up, and he's going to stay in this game. Great toughness being shown, but Kelman Dolgus, I think you're staring at the Class D Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, it's just, every time, this is the first time I've seen Avon, but, Coach Angler does a great job sending the stats after games, and he's always at the top of that list. His rushing ability is just off the charts, and he can also throw the ball when he has to. So he's just complete package for a high school quarterback.
And he didn't even, as you alluded to, there goes Dolgus, into the secondary, into the end zone for the Avon touchdown. It's like an automatic 20-yard gain. I think he's averaging over 15 yards per carry. Kelman Dolgus, unstoppable. It's 20-0 Avon.
Yeah, and that probably is your Class D Player of the Year you're looking at, like you said, Alex. And it's just, again, his fluidity when he runs. You can just tell it's different. He's just a different type of player, and his athleticism and speed, and also awareness, elusiveness, all of those traits you want in a pure runner. Dolgus has that at the highest level.
And as I was saying, as you alluded to, he did not start the season as the starting quarterback. Evan Bly, who's a strong player in his own right, more of a throwing quarterback, went down with an injury. And that thrust Dolgus into action, and he has just exploded onto the scene. He's perhaps taken this offense to another level, and that's not to downgrade Bly's ability. We just didn't get to see kind of this offense fully under his leadership this year, because during the football season, it's kind of rushed during the offseason, and as the season goes, you see these offenses gain steam and gain that continuity that they look for. You never got to see that with Bly, but you're seeing it with Dolgus. And this Avon offense is so impressive. $21-0, a game that started very competitive has suddenly gotten out of hand. Geneseo Mount Morris in desperate need of a score before halftime to keep this one within striking distance. It's going to be tough to imagine this Avon team surrendering a 3-score lead, however. With that said, funnier things have happened. Although if you're a Riverhawks fan, it wouldn't be funny to watch that transpire. High kick. Coming on to field it is Patterson. Running to the near side. Good return from Patterson. Knocked out of bounds near the 50. Patterson's been impressive. Looks like he's the future at quarterback for this team. He's as tough as nails.
Yeah, great return there from Patterson. And just some quick facts here on the Riverhawks offense. They're averaging 46.2 points per game.
That's it?
That's it, yeah, and outscoring their opponents 231-35, a plus 196 point differential. And Coach Engler spoke with him this week. He credits all that success to the offense, or for the offense in the trenches, on how that offensive line is kind of just built in and they bought into the system. So it starts with the offensive line, and you're seeing it again. Dolgus is special, but again, Coach Engler spoke with him this week and credits his offensive line for the success they've had.
Yeah, it's not very often that you see a player running wild the way that Dolgus does without a phenomenal offensive line in front of him. Tackle in the backfield as it was Aiden Bark looking to run it, but nowhere to go. 2nd and 13 coming up. A nice play made by Avon's Elijah Rex. Also, Robert Bridges Jr. in there on the play. Connor Smith, a host of tacklers to make the stop. And that sets Geneseo Mount Morris back.
And Bladen Borshing was the first to fly through the line of scrimmage there. Missed the tackle, was angry with himself, but still made the Geneseo Mount Morris running back cut in, and he ran into a plethora of defenders.
2nd and 13. Burns out of the shotgun. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Burns looking to throw, connects with Hepler. He's brought down after a gain of 6. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. Burns to his left. Down the field. Hepler over him. 4th down coming up.
Incomplete pass. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Blue Devils.
So Geneseo Mount Morris couldn't convert, and that will likely bring the punting unit onto the field. Fourth and 7. They're going to keep the offense on the field. It's Burns looking to throw. It's complete near the sideline. Didn't get the feed in, it looks like. Turnover on downs. Avon's going to take over.
Pass goes incomplete. There's going to be a turnover on down for a 1st down. River Hawks.
3:17 remaining in the first half. Avon looking to add to its already 3-score advantage. First and 10 for the Riverhawks. Borshing in motion. Nice block laid by Borshing, but it looks like he's going to be called for a hold as the flag flies. See what the call is here. Looked like an illegal crackback block, perhaps. I think that was the call on Avon, and that's going to set them back here. 1st and 20.
Bring it back to the 4-yard line. 1st and 20. 3:09 left in the first. 3:09 left until half.
And somebody jumped. And it was Avon. 1st and 25 coming up. The Riverhawks moving in the wrong direction.
Thank God you got a quarterback that's averaging, like you mentioned, near 15, 20 yards of carry probably in this game. So 1st and 25 might not be that much of a damper compared to other offenses.
All right, just give it to Daugus. It's a walking 25-yard gain, or in this case, running. Daugus looking to throw, and he's got his man. Boy, he can do it all. Elijah Rex has had himself a game as well. Past the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, Elijah Rex, 5'5", 115, the sophomore. Been all over the place offensively and defensively here tonight. Rex. Love that name, Rex.
There goes Farley. Looks like he was brought down by his face mask. But then again, we're far away. Could have been his jersey. It's going to be a 1st down for Avon nonetheless.
Middle by Farley. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. River Hawks.
Big gain there from Farley. He's been impressive as well. We've talked a lot about Daugus, but Farley, great 1-2 punch out of the backfield. Daugus dodging defenders, spinning now. When defenders get near Daugus, it's like me playing Madden. I just start hitting all the buttons.
2nd and 4.
put the right stick up and tried to hit the hit stick, and then he's doing a jump cut right around you, and you lost him.
Pressing circle for the spin. It's insane. Dolgus, handoff to Farley. Pushing his way through defenders. Boy, is he tough. Grinding it out for first down yardage. Minute 20 remaining here in the second quarter. Flag flies. False start called against the River Hawks.
If there is one thing Coach Engler can discuss with his team at the half in terms of a negative, it is the penalties. A couple penalties early on for the defense, so penalties have been a problem here for Avon.
Dolgus down the field. He's on the money again. Keeping his feet down the sideline, but stepping out of bounds is, you guessed it, Bladen Borshing. I didn't see Dolgus throw the ball like this my first time watching Avon this year. He's more of a dual threat than I thought.
Yeah, everybody is eating, Alex. No one's starving here for Avon.
Undoubtedly. You like that tweet from this past weekend. Farley off the right. Crashing toward the goal line. He's down at the 1. 40 seconds remaining. Avon looking to go quickly. Trying to squeeze all the juice they can out of this first half. Looked like that wasn't supposed to be a direct snap. It was a snap that went awry in between Dolgus and Farley. It was dropped, and now Avon forced to call a timeout with 27 seconds remaining in the half. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Summit Family Dental Care, also Geneseo Community College, also Zoom Total Fitness, also Crazy Cheap Cars, also At Work Personnel, and Artistone from Monroe Industries. Come visit their showroom. That's Monroe Industries Incorporated. Dolgus off the left side into the end zone for the touchdown. 27-0. Avon increases its lead. The kick from Ballou is through. It's 28-0. So this one has gotten out of hand, AJ. Avon seemingly 24 minutes of game time away from improving its record to 6-0. But stay with us. We're going to keep you entertained here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Last time I was here was 56-0. Avon beating Oakfield, Alabama, Elba. Things got a little rough in the second half. That's why I brought AJ with me, just in case the Riverhawks ran away with things again. And AJ's been cooking up a stand-up comedy set for the second half. No, just kidding, but we're going to have some good discussion maybe about the Bills, the Sabres, the landscape in Section 5 football. You never know what we're going to talk about in the second half, but we are going to keep it clean. At least I'm going to keep it clean. I don't know about AJ. A little questionable at times.
Probably food or sports, Alex. Probably talk about food or sports. That's usually what I'm talking about every day.
You ain't kidding. So the ground ball to Geneseo Mount Morris, fielded at their own 25, and it's Bark up to the 35-yard line. 13 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It'll be interesting to see what Geneseo Mount Morris elects to do here, whether they kneel it out or if they try to go deep with Burns. I think, heck, why not? Go deep with Burns.
You never know what can happen in 13 seconds.
It's too soon, AJ. Too soon. So 1st and 10 coming up for Geneseo Mount Morris. And they're going to go deep here. Burns can throw it probably to the opposing team's 20 from where he stands right now. On the run, looking deep, firing off balance. Incomplete. Hepler let it go through his hands. 6 seconds remaining. And as we saw last week, a lot can happen in 6 seconds.
A lot can happen in 6 seconds as well. So there's still some room here for Geneseo Mount Morris to throw the Hail Mary, launch it, Burns, launch it.
I don't know if they got the 59-yard leg that the Texans had, but a lot can happen in 6 seconds.
Too soon.
Too soon. Pass over the middle. Patterson on the run. Patterson into the secondary, and he's brought down, stood up by Avon's Kelman Dolgus. And that's going to do it for the first half of action. We head to halftime. Avon leads at 28-0. Alex Brasky, Ajay Cybulski on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. We'll be back after about a 12-minute break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Avon High School, the site of tonight's Section 5 football matchup. Avon well out in front of visiting Geneseo Mount Morris here at Avon High School. A Class D battle, two of the top teams in the classification. Avon looking to remain unbeaten and seemingly about 24 minutes away from improving to 6-0, while Geneseo Mount Morris seemingly on its way to a 5-1 record. Avon has blown away the competition this year. AJ went over the numbers earlier, outscoring their opponents by about 300 points or something this season.
Let's get it back up
And
here.
they have once again put the pedal to the metal here against the Blue Devils. Alex Brasky, Ajay Cybulski with you, the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Before we get going, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Summit Family Dental Care. Offices in Warsaw and Geneseo. You can find them online at summitfamilydentalcare.com. Call their Warsaw location, 585-786-3676, or their Geneseo location, 585-243-5588. Also, Geneseo Community College. Explore careers in health and physical education. Learn more at geneseo.edu/physed. Also, Zoom Total Fitness, open 24 hours, 7 days a week. All new equipment, $35 per month in membership fees. That's Zoom Total Fitness. Also, Crazy Cheap Cars at crazycheapcars.com. They have the ultimate in price and selection. Call them today at 585-948-8000. Also, At Work Personnel, offices in Avon, Batavia, Rochester. Empowering your success with exceptional talent. That's At Work Personnel. Also, Artistone Custom Kitchen and Bath by Monroe Industries. Come visit their factory showroom at 5611 Tech Drive in Avon. 226-8230 MonroeIND.com. So here we go, AJ. We are set to resume action at Avon High School. Your recap of that first half.
Yeah, it was a lot of Farley and Dulgas for Avon. Geneseo Mount Morris had an opportunity late in the first quarter to tie the game at 7, but an interception from Burns, intercepted by Rex of the Avon defense, has also been a key factor in this one for Avon. So Avon just kind of dominating every phase of the game, and Geneseo Mount Morris had an opportunity early, but unable to capitalize to tie the game up there in that first quarter.
Yeah, you mentioned that interception from Rex. That completely turned this ball game. Avon was already leading 7-0, but after a big play from Geneseo Mount Morris, they were inside the 5, and that interception turned it in the other direction. And here goes Wesley Farley down the sideline, and he's finally wrapped up by Hanglow. But what a return for Wesley Farley. 60 yards. And the Riverhawks knocking on the door for another touchdown.
Yeah, Wesley Farley showing off the speed. Great play there by Patrick Hanglow. So great play there, great effort to prevent the Avon touchdown. But Avon will start in the red zone at the 18-yard line. So Riverhawks potentially up 5 scores here shortly. 1st and 10 for Dulgas. A little trickery on that play to Farley, but he's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage by a multitude of Geneseo Mount Morris defenders, including Teddy Lisner.
So Geneseo Mount Morris trying to keep Avon out of the end zone, but the Riverhawks, like a well-oiled machine, cruising toward another score. Dulgas throwing. It may have been deflected. It falls incomplete. Third and 11 coming up. Big play for the GMM defense. Farley through the middle, carrying defenders with him. Eventually brought down. short of the line to gain. 4th down coming up for Avon as they look to go quickly here and catch Geneseo Mount Morris off guard.
Another good play there by Linsner on the tackle for Geneseo Mount Morris.
4th and 3. Dalgas trying to work the hard count. Doesn't get Geneseo Mount Morris to jump. Now perhaps a change in play call. Dalgas takes it himself up the middle, across the line to gain, inside the 5, down at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal coming up for Avon.
First and goal, 10:30 left in the 3rd quarter.
Touchdown, Farley! And the River Hawks increase their lead at 34-0. And Bryce Ballou, you don't see that very often, misses the PAT. A gust of wind came in with that one, AJ. May have pushed it to the side. 34-0. I'm sure that is not going to hurt Avon's chances in this one.
And for this time for Ballou, it did not go through. So 34-0 Avon.
So on the Geneseo Community College scoreboard, 34-0, 10:19 remaining in the 3rd. Geneseo Mount Morris set to take back over, and I'm getting hungry. Here's Avon to kick it away.
Returned by 23 for the Blue Devils to the 35 yard line. That's really loud. Really loud. I did it because that guy got a face mask.
So here's 1st and 10 on the 35.
I've had multiple texts in the last couple weeks. Who is? I have. What? Not liking the hump? Yeah, I think it's you. I heard she kind of edit the sound file and change the pitch. And bring it down to
2-yard gain.
Geneseo has a fight to get past the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 8.
So here comes the 2nd and 8 for Geneseo Mount Morris. Under 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Blue Devils taking their time. It's a consideration for the team losing in a lopsided contest like this. You're trying to get out without any insult to injury, or in this case, injury to insult. You don't want any of your players going down as you prepare for the stretch run of the regular season. That one nearly picked off. As it looked like it was Robert Bridges Jr. with his hands on that one, and it fell incomplete.
Yeah, and Hepler, number 10 for Geneseo Mount Morris, still hobbling out there. He was limping around in the first half and still gimpy here in the second half, but he's still out there with his teammates and pushing through it. So, gladiator for this Geneseo Mount Morris, pushing through the injury and keeping himself available.
Burns, shotgun, looking to throw. Deep down the middle, and he overshot his man. Incomplete. 4th down.
Long pass attempt was incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Blue Devils. 4th and 8.
So 4th and 8 coming up for Geneseo Mount Morris. Keep the offense on the field. Under pressure, gets it away, complete. Not enough for the first down. As Luke Davis was brought down, turnover on downs, and Avon's going to take over.
Avon with another good defensive stop there, and the River Hawks working back on offense. And again, they're at a near 200-plus point differential so far through 5 weeks. So this has kind of become a common theme when teams have matched up against Avon this year. They're just so explosive offensively, and defensively they fly around and wrap up.
1st and 10, Dolgus on the ground. Nice play by the Geneseo Mount Morris defense. Edward LaFleur in there to make the tackle.
Good play there by Edward LaFleur in the backfield. 2nd and 12 now for Avon.
Looks like Geneseo Mount Morris hopped offside. That's going to be 5 yards given to Avon. Second and 6. And Avon gives it back.
Give and take. Give and take.
Second and 12 for the River Hawks. Time ticking under 8 minutes to go. Farley through the line. Good gain. Across the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 7 coming up.
It feels like every time Avon snaps the ball, it's either going to Dolgus or Farley. So interested to see what happens here. Again, I think they've utilized also Rex on the outside. A couple nice plays by Borshing as well. But a lot of the time it's been Dolgus and Farley for this River Hawks offense here on 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7. Dolgus going deep. Incomplete. And we're going to keep the clock rolling here, as we've gone to a running clock here in the second half. So good news, AJ. Running clock here in the second half.
Time is ticking away.
Time is of the essence.
After a delay last week, too, in that Attica game, thankfully everyone was safe from OAE, and that minor accident on the way to the game delayed, and that was a longer game as well. So running clock here in the second half, definitely a positive.
So the punt from Avon, and AJ, We'll give you the combined dimensions for the punters here this evening. You have 11 feet 10 inches and 475 pounds worth of punters out there today. Connor Smith at 6'1", 220. Patrick Hanglow at 5'9", 255. You don't want to meet either of those guys in a dark alley.
Definitely not.
They chop you down like a cherry tree. You're 6'5" or whatever you are frame.
6'3" 3/4, but 6'4".
There you go. Here's the run from Geneseo Mount Morris. Big gain for the Blue Devils. There they go. It's Teddy Linsner. And he's brought down at the 35. I think that's the first carry for Linsner here tonight, and it goes for big yardage off the right side.
Yeah, Teddy Linsner, 2 nice tackles defensively in this second half. Now chalking up some yards on the ground. And the Blue Devils have a first down against this stingy Avon defense.
There he goes again, Linsner, and give the offensive line credit, starting to create some holes up front. Linsner into the secondary. Big gain for Geneseo Mount Morris. And that moves the chains.
Probably the best 2 runs of the game, back-to-back there for Linsner in this Geneseo Mount Morris offense. Struggling the first half to gain any traction in the run game, but here so far in this drive, it's been 2 explosive plays for the rushing attack of the Blue Devils offense here as Burns in shotgun with a player to either side.
1st and 10. Geneseo Mount Morris looking to do it again. Snap, handoff, stacked up. Patterson coming in to finish the job was Brady Driscoll. Nice tackle.
Yeah, Driscoll with a great play there defensively after 2 nice runs by Geneseo Mount Morris. A good stand from Avon on that 1st and 10 play. So 2nd and 10 here for Geneseo Mount Morris. Is a 50-50 winner is about to be announced here at Avon High School.
$50,000 pot tonight at the stadium, AJ. You're going to be disappointed if you didn't get your ticket. Just kidding, not 50 grand. I think if it were a $50,000 pot, that would be about $50 per person here. No, probably more than that. Probably $100 per person. Spend on 50-50 tickets. Or am I doing the math wrong?
100 times 500. If there's about, if there's
yeah,
500
I'm doing
people
I'm
here.
doing the math wrong. I think it would be like $1,000 per person. Am I doing that right?
$1,000 would be 50 people. So there's probably maybe like
Okay.
500 per person. I don't know.
So $100 per person. I was right, I think. As you can tell, AJ and I very sound in mathematics. You don't give these jobs to chimps. 3rd down. Burns going deep through the hands of Murray, who had a great start to this game defending against the pass, and another pass breakup there. It's going to be 4th and 5.
Yeah, Murray's done a great job. Every defensive back you want to see turn his head and make plays on the ball, and although it fell through his hands there, Murray has consistently been in the right spot at the right time, made some key pass breakups to limit the Geneseo Mount Morris explosiveness in that first half, and you're really looking at a solid cornerback, again, 6'4", so some good height as well for Murray, so he can really meet those receivers, those big, tall receivers at the point of attack and come away with some big plays.
Well officiated game tonight, AJ. I think the best we've seen on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network this season.
Like you said, great communication. Calls are getting out quick when they do make a call, so I would agree with you there.
Burns rolling to his left. Throws it behind his intended target, but a nice catch made by Aiden Bark. First down for the Blue Devils.
Pass goes to Ace Bark. That's going to be a first down for the Blue Devils.
So you need to reset your clock, AJ. You're about 30 seconds behind. Are you trying to keep us here longer, or what are you trying to do? I got dinner plans.
Dinner plans? Where are you
Just
thinking?
kidding.
Oh,
My plans are right here at Avon High School. This fine Section 5 football matchup. Two high-effort teams. Avon's gotten the better of Geneseo Mount Morris thus far, but the Blue Devils, no shortage of effort here tonight. That's for sure.
yeah, they had opportunities early in that first half to keep this a game, but unfortunately just was not able to convert on that deep drive into Avon territory.
Face mask called on Avon.
After the penalty, it's going to be second and about 3.
2nd and 3. Bark. Stacked up. Brought down. No gain. 3rd down. Coming up.
After that, the line of scrimmage by Avon. 3rd and short. After it's all sorted out, 2nd and short for the Blue Devils. 46 seconds left in the third.
Second and short for Geneseo Mount Morris. Nearing the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3rd down coming up. Good stand put forth by the Avon defense.
A flag on the play after the whistle, way after the whistle.
Flags are flying now. Just in time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Penalty goes against the Blue Devils. That's going to bring it back 10. 3rd and long.
3rd and long suddenly for Geneseo Mount Morris. Burns rolling. Throwing. Complete to Churchfield. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter of play. We head to the 4th. 34-0, Avon. We'll be back. right, we are back to action. 4th and 5 coming up for Geneseo Mount Morris, and they will go for it to start this 4th quarter of play. Big hit behind the play. Falls incomplete. Avon's going to take over 1st and 10. Hand off, Farley into the secondary, and there he goes. Wesley Farley is gone. Another Avon touchdown. They now lead it 40-0. All right, so on for the point after is Ballou. Oh, Ballou is holding. The big man on to kick is Gabriel Mayen. Doink, sit through. 41-0 Avon. We'll take a quick break, and AJ will get you on the other side as I take a run to the little men's room.
And we'd like to thank our sponsors here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Our scoreboard sponsor, SUNY GCC. Explore careers in health and physical education. To learn more, visit www.geneseo.edu/physed. Summit Family Dental Care, 2 locations in Warsaw and Geneseo. Call the Warsaw location 585-786-3676 or their Geneseo location 585-243-5588, or better yet, visit their website, summitfamilydentalcare.com. Again, our scoreboard sponsor, SUNY GCC. Zoom Total Fitness, open 24 hours, 7 days a week. All new equipment, $35 per month membership. Visit ZoomTotalFitness.com. Crazy Cheap Cars, call 948-8000. The ultimate in price and selection. That's Crazy Cheap Cars. At Work Personnel locations, located in Batavia, Avon, and Rochester, empowering your success with exceptional talent. And Artisan Monroe Industries Incorporated. Come visit their factory showroom. Call 585-226-8230. It's back to the action here. A return for Geneseo Mount Morris up to the 30-yard line. That's where they will start. 1st and 10, Blue Devils. First and 10, Blue Devils taking the field here. 11:36, Avon in control of this game from start to finish, as they will move to 6-0 on the season. Again, Wesley Farley's just been an absolute show for this Avon team. Is a good tackle made in the hole by a multitude of Avon defenders to bring up about 2nd and 8. Second and 8, Blue Devils on their 32. Burns in shotgun. He'll hand it off. And finding some running room and carrying a couple of defenders is Teddy Linsner, who's had a great second half, as it is a 1st and 10 as an injury on the play. Looks like maybe some cramping. The player down for Avon, Bladen Borshing, who's been all over the place tonight, set the tone early with a big hit stick over the middle of the field on the Geneseo Mount Morris receiver. And he's also done well offensively tonight for the Riverhawks. And the clock starts once again here, approaching the 10-minute mark in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 for Geneseo Mount Morris. The snap. It's a handoff. Up the gut, but nowhere to go for Aiden Barkas. He's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage by Brady Ellsworth. 2nd and 11 now for the Blue Devils. Burns in shotgun. Hands it off again. And he has some rushing room up to the 50-yard line. It'd be a 3rd and 1 now for Geneseo Mount Morris. Teddy Linsner running hard for this Blue Devils team. A big positive in the second half has been his rushing prowess. Find some gaps, take some time off the clock, although it's been running clock here most of the way. Good crowd here tonight. 3rd and 1. Another handoff. This time it's to Bargan. He's got the first down. 1st and 10 Blue Devils. Burns in the shotgun. Hands it out to Linsner. Linsner finds the right side, up the middle, and continues to push forward, and it's going to be another near first down for Linsner, who's just eating up yards for this Blue Devils offense. Credit to the offensive line. A big response here from this Geneseo Mount Morris front. And it is now 2nd and a short one here. Burns takes a snap. It's another handoff. Up the middle, and another play made by Brady Ellsworth. And it's now 2nd. Excuse me. That was a 2nd and 1. So it's the 1st and 10 now for Geneseo Mount Morris. The handoff. Another good run for about a 4-yard scamper. As it looks like we have an injury on the field. It's going to be about a 2nd and 6. But again, we'd like to thank our sponsors here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Our scoreboard sponsor, SUNY GCC. Looking to kickstart your career in health and physical education? Look no further than GCC. Whether you dream of teaching, coaching, personal training, or sports management, GCC has the programs to prepare you for jobs that are in high demand. Take advantage of a high-quality curriculum, excellent faculty, experiential learning, and great facilities. Join them at GCC and be the game changer you have always wanted to be. To learn more, visit geneseo.edu/phys ed. Summit Family Dental Care. At Summit Family Dental Care, our dentists and staff are committed to giving you the best dental experience that Warsaw has to offer. Like any trusting relationship, our care begins with getting to know each other. Our highest priority is providing the quality dental services you deserve in a comfortable, convenient atmosphere. Call their Warsaw location at 585-786-3676, or better yet, we'll see you right here. Again, our scoreboard sponsor, SUNY GCC, Zoom Total Fitness. Fitness for all levels, personal training, cross-training, bodybuilding, powerlifting, and yoga, 24/7 access with only $35 per month membership. To learn more, call 585-861-8995. Crazy Cheap Cars, the ultimate in price and selection. They carry the largest selection of over 150 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs of any dealer in the Genesee region. Call 585-948-8000, or better yet, they'll see you right here. Back to the action here quickly. Burns and shotgun. The handoff. Bark with some room, and he gets the first down. Bark for a nice 20-yard scamper. And again, before we move any further, At Work Personnel, looking to build a winning team? Partner with us. For top-tier talent solutions, our staffing experts are dedicated to finding the perfect candidates who fit your company's needs and culture. Located in Avon, Batavia, and Rochester, At Work Personnel, empowering your success with exceptional talent. And Monroe Industries, artisan custom kitchen and bath by Monroe Industries. Grout-free and low maintenance, showing engineered composite for the most luxurious showers, baths, and quartz, granite, silestone, decked-in, soapstone, and other solid surfaces for your dream kitchen. Call 585-226-8230 to schedule a private viewing of the showroom. First and goal now for Geneseo Mount Morris, looking to put some points on the board as it winds down here in the back half of the fourth quarter.
Prediction for the Bills game Monday, AJ.
Prediction for the Bills game. It's going to be a battle of struggling offenses. Again, Todd Downing taking over the play calling for the Jets, and Albridge being promoted from the defensive coordinator spot. So interested to see what happens, but I think the Bills pull it out on Monday night.
Okay, prediction.
2017 Bills. I'll give them the 2017 the win. Worried about the injuries at the running back position. James Cook, Khalil Shakir at wide receiver. Curtis Samuel hasn't really showed much, so interested to see what happens there. But I'll give the Bills a 20-17 victory. How about you, Alex?
I think I picked 27-24 for my 5 takes article that is in Saturday's edition of the Batavia Daily News, but quite honestly, I can't remember the exact score that I selected.
And working his way into the end zone, touchdown, Geneseo Mount Morris. The run.
Looked like it was Bark. No, I'm sorry. It looked like it was Linsner.
Teddy Linsner, who's also, been a very dominant force for the Blue Devils in this second half, picks it up. Touchdown. He deserves it after the way he's ran in the second half and on this drive. So, big touchdown for Linsner.
4:43.
There's the extra point here. Actually, they're going for 2. Burns in the shotgun. They hand out to Linsner. Keep feeding him. Feed me more. And he's in for the 2-point conversion. Teddy Linsner has deserved some more playing time at the running back position, in my opinion, Alex.
Yeah, they may have wanted to go to him a little bit earlier. They struggled to run the ball and really relied on that passing game a lot early. He runs hard, AJ. He's got great acceleration out of the backfield, running violently. And my apologies, I had 7 on the board. It's indeed 41-8 as AJ makes the correction as we've switched roles. Usually he's the scoreboard guy. I'm the camera guy. Switching it up late here at Avon High School.
You never know what to expect on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network.
Right. Keep it fresh. Keep it funky.
The SUNY GCC scoreboard reads, Avon 41, Geneseo Mount Morris 8. If you'd like to explore careers in health and physical education, visit genesee.edu/phys ed. Patrick Hanglow to kick it away for the Blue Devils. And it's a squib kick. Rolls all the way back to the back line, and the Avon returner will just fall on it. Rex. Elijah Rex.
First down, Avon from about the 25-yard line.
Hanglow putting on an impressive kicking performance here. And punting. First and 10, Riverhawks.
What about the Sabres, AJ? Your thoughts on their extremely disappointing start to the season?
Yeah, it's they're banking on a lot of youth again. They reworked the bottom 6. Sam Lafferty, Ryan McLeod. They traded Matt Savoy for Ryan McLeod, who's just more NHL ready. I thought they looked inspiring last night, but again, you fall short. You're a good team. That's kind of what happens. You need to finish those games, especially when you have the opportunities on the power play, the 5-on-3 early. So it's just been a disaster to start for Lindy Ruff and the squad.
Another game on Saturday. What time does that start?
1 o'clock against the Florida Panthers. Sam Reinhart, who's off to a great start. Evan Rodriguez, who's also off to a great start. So all these former Sabres. There's a quarterback switch for Avon. Jordan Murray, looked like an all-pro corner out there today, now taking snaps under center.
Looking like Sauce Gardner without the holding on every play.
Excuse me.
Murray at
Ballou
running back, and the ball comes out. You got Murray at running back, Ballou at quarterback.
Yes, my apologies. Ballou at running back.
Ballou's been all
Murray
over the
running back.
place. He's been on defense. He's kicking. He's holding. He's now in the backfield at quarterback. It's been tough to identify him.
Jack of all trades.
We should have been smarter, though. He's got that pink hanging out the bottom of his jersey. That's the identifying factor. He and Robert Bridges Jr. both with the pink flowing beneath the shoulder pads, and I'm getting lazy on the clock. Sorry, AJ.
And the ball is handed off, a short gain for Murray. So it's about a 4th and 9 for the Riverhawks. 3 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
So I like doing the camera, AJ. It's really just kind of moving. You don't have to click around all the time. Now when you have to do the camera and the computer at the same time, then it gets a little treacherous.
Yeah, then it's a fun ride. Ballou, Murray looking at the sideline to coach, trying to get the play call here. What are they going to do?
Letting the time run down here. Now they're going to call a
timeout. With 2:27 remaining, 4th and 9 coming up for Avon. And while we await this final timeout, again, we'd like to thank our sponsors one more time. SUNY GCC, our scoreboard sponsor. Summit Family Dental Care. Again, our scoreboard sponsor, SUNY GCC. Zoom Total Fitness. Crazy Cheap Cars. At Work Personnel. And Artistone Monroe Industries. If you'd like to sponsor the Daily News and what we do here on the Daily News Sports Network, contact Bridget or Jamie. Back to the action, though. Avon will punt it away. Fielded and brought down. A great tackle on the play by Jordan Murray on Shea Hepler. Jordan Murray, special teams ace, running back, cornerback. Another player doing it all for the Riverhawks in this dominant Week 5 Class D victory.
So once again, be sure to join us next week. 3 games on the docket, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday game is going to be a good one in Class D. Alexander taking on Oakfield, Alabama, Elba at 7 p.m. Thursday night.
And next for Avon will be a contest against Attica. There's a nice carry there from Cameron Gaddy. And next for Geneseo Mount Morris will be a matchup against Geneseo Greenwood. So that's where both teams will be headed to next week, as the season is drawing close to an end with only a couple weeks left before sectionals. Burns hands it off, and a fumble on the play. But luckily, Gaddy's able to recover it. 2nd and 10, approaching 1 minute left in this Class D showdown. Second and 10, Burns in shotgun. He'll hand it off to number 22, who's does not seem to be on the route. Actually, he is Latrell Crutcher, with the carry. That'd be 3rd and now 15 for Geneseo Mount Morris.
I think we're going to see one more play here, AJ, and likely get on out of here. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Summit Family Dental Care, Geneseo Community College, Zoom Total Fitness, Crazy Cheap Cars, At Work Personnel, and Artistone Custom Kitchen and Bath, brought to you by Monroe Industries. And that's going to do it here from Avon High School. Big win for the Riverhawks, 41-8. They improved to 6-0 on the season. Geneseo Mount Morris falls to 4-2. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.